In today's tutorial, you'll learn how to crochet this cute shirt. We did this using the basic granny stitch, and this is a birthday gift I did for myself, and it turned out so beautifully, and I thought I'm going to take you along all the tutorials. And yes, and to achieve this, we're going to make this in 4 measure steps. We're going to create the back panel just as you can see, and later on we're going to proceed to making 2 identical panels for the front. And the second part of our work, we're going to assemble the dress together. The third part, we're going to create a sleeve, and the fourth part, we're going to create a polo neck. Without no further ado, Shalom Crocheters, welcome to my channel Zero Crochet Out, and I'd love to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers and my returning viewers. Thank you, God bless you for returning. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel Zero Crochet Out. Now get set all your materials and let's get started. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Commit your works to the Lord and your plans will be established. Okay, we're going to begin, and this is the hook I'm working with, the 3mm size hook. And we're going to need our stitch markers. We're going to need a tapestry needles. We're going to need a measurement tape, measuring tape, very important. And if you, of course, if you have this hook, you can go ahead and work with it. If you're expecting the measurement, you have a beautiful result with it. And of course, we're going to need a yarn. And to achieve this project, we're going to use approximately 180 grams of yarn. Okay, so we're going to begin by creating our slip knot. And to this ring kit, I'll just create, we're going to insert a hook. I'm going to begin with a chain stitch. Your chain should be the length of your shirt. I'm doing for a size L, so I'm going to chain a very long chain. Don't worry, I'm going to insert the measurement. So right now, to begin to make a chain, I want to yarn over and pull through. That's 1. Yarn over and pull through. That's 2. Yarn over and pull through. That's 3 and 4. And we're going to continue like this until you have a very long chain. Okay, right now I have done my chain, and where you see the stitch marker is where it ends. This is my measurement. Now I have done additional 19 centimeters to the measurement, right? So that in case it strings, I will have, so that when I start my first row, I'll be sure that I'll have my exact measurement. I don't want to have short. I don't want to be short, and I have to undo it and start back again. So I'll advise you to do same. And now once this is done, we're going to start working. Just maintain the stitch marker there. So what you want to do now is you're going to come into the 4th stitch from your hook. So skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th we're going to make a double crochet. Okay, so to make a double crochet, yarn over and insert your hook into that 4th stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. You're left with 2, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. So these 3 chains that we skipped here in the beginning is going to represent our first stitch. Into the next stitch, we're going to make the same thing, yarn over and insert your hook into the next stitch and make a double crochet. Yarn over into the next stitch, insert your hook and make a double crochet. Yarn over into the next stitch, insert your hook and make a double crochet. And here we go. I'm going to make a double crochet in each stitch, and I'll meet you where we have our measurement. Of course, I did a total of 300 chains here for the person who is interested. So just keep on making 1 double crochet in each stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, yeah, I've completed my double crochet row, and of course this is my exact measurement, and the stitches that are left. So what you want to do is come at the edge here, you count 1, 2, 3, and the 3rd you're just going to cut off the extra stitches. Okay, so you just, all you do is just come and you pull it. Here we go. Okay, now all of our three pieces are going to have the same length because we're going to work three pieces, three different pieces, the one for the back, two for the front, right? Now all three pieces needs to have the same length. Now we're going to start. Now let's work on the width of the back. This we're going to start with the back. Now you want to chain one and turn your work, and then come to that first stitch, insert your hook and yarn over and pull through. You have two loops in your hook, yarn over and pull up two loops. Now you have two loops, one and two. Come into this first loop, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. You have two loops on your hook, yarn over and pull all two loops. This is going to stand for our first stitch. Now if you don't want to do this, you're just going to chain three. Now for the next part of our work, you want to chain one, and you're going to skip two stitches, one and two, and into the third you're going to make three double crochet. So yarn over and make three double crochet here, one, two, and three. Chain one, skip two stitches, one and two, and into the third make three double crochet, yarn over and make three double crochet there, one, two, and three. Chain one, skip two stitches, one and two, and into the third you make three double crochet, yarn over and make three double crochet. So this is one, two, and three. Chain one, and you're just going to repeat the pattern. Alright, you're going to repeat the pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of our chain to tell what we're going to do next. Okay, so just keep on working. Okay, here we are. Once we get here at this end here, we have three stitches left, one, two, and three. I've just done my last hook, so we're going to chain one, and I'm going to skip these two stitches, one and two, and come to this third chain. You can see the third chain that was skipped in the beginning. We're going to yarn over and make a last double crochet, and we're going to insert a hook on the top of that third chain. Okay, just insert it on the top of that chain, and we're going to make a last double crochet then. And here we go. This, we have something like this, and this is what this other end looks like. Oh god, I'm so sorry. And this is what the other end looks like. Okay, now we're going to begin the next row. You're just going to turn your work, and here you can either chain three, one, two, and three, and start working, or you do what I prefer. You turn your work, you come into that same stitch, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, make a single crochet, come into that first loop, yarn over, pull through, you have another single crochet, and pull through all two loops. This is going to represent our first stitch. Now into this space here, we're going to make two more double crochet. So yarn over, and to that space make two more double crochet, one and two. And of course this gives us three stitches. Now next you want to chain one, yarn over and come to this chain one space, and you're going to make three double crochet there. So this is one, two, and three. Chain one, come to this chain one space and make three double crochet, one, two, and 3, chain 1, come in this chain 1 space and repeat the same thing. And 3. And you always chain 1 and just going to repeat the sequence and what we have so far. You're just going to repeat this and I'll meet you at this other end here to show we're going to close this row, right? Okay, when we get at this other end here, we're going to complete this row together. Have we done my last row? You want to go ahead and chain 1 and come to this last space. We have this last space here. Yarn over and make 2 double crochet here. So 1 and 2. And now we have this last stitch. Yarn over and make the last double crochet on the stitch. And we have something like this, a very straight edge there. And to begin the next row, you're just going to turn your work, and into that same stitch, insert your hook. And I'm always going to start this way. You're going to chain 1. And next we're just going to come into this chain 1 space and make 3 double crochet. So this is just the pattern. Make 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and make 3 double crochet. Just going to repeat this and I'll meet you at this other end here to show you how I'm going to close this row. Alright, now we have come at the end of this row number 3 and we have these 3 stitches at this end here. You want to go ahead and chain 1 and come on the top of that stitch and make a double crochet. So yarn over and come on the top of the stitch, make a double crochet. Here we have completed those 3 rows. And you can see we're just going to be repeating up between those 2 rows until we get the final height that we need. Now to begin our next row, I just want to turn your work, just turn it and come back into that same stitch and you're going to insert your hook. You're going to insert your hook, yarn over, and come into that first loop. You see, I love this because it keeps our edges very straight. Now you can see that we have a very straight edge here. This is what it helps us to do. Yes, and now you want to come into this space and make 2 more double crochet. So this is 1 and 2. Now chain 1, yarn over and come to this chain 1 space and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, come to this chain 1 space and make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and chain 1. And yes, you're just going to repeat this row, these 2 rows. So you can see we're just going to be alternating between those 2. The other one, we're just going to alternate between these. Now I am doing for a size, I'm doing for a size L, and the width, right, that is from my shoulder to shoulder. I'll need a total of 52 centimeters. This is the back. I'll insert the measurement up here. So I'll insert the measurements for the back and the measurement for the front. Alright, For the back, we are going to need 52 centimeters for the width. And now for the front, we are going to need half of these, two pairs, half of these. So it means we're going to need 26, right? 26, 26. We're going to make two 26 for the front. So I'll meet you when we have our 3 pieces. So we have so far. Now for the person that wants to change color, when you get here, you do your last set. There we have 1, 2, and 3. Oops. And 3. The third one, of course, has to go up the stitch. Okay, you chain 1 and fasten up your yarn. And of course, you're going to turn your work. And now into that same stitch, right, where you just fasten off, just insert your hook and bring in your second yarn. Just bring it there. Take that other tail, put it on top. Take this other tail and put it on top. You're going to chain 1 and just to secure your work. And yeah, you can either chain 3 and start working, or just go back there and start the way I have been starting. And now chain 1, right, and come here, make 3 double crochet, and I'm just going to repeat our pattern. Yes, I just wanted to show this to the person I want to change colors. So just repeat this, and I'm meeting when we're done with this. Okay. Okay, here we are. I've completed my back panel, and it is really very long. So if you want to put it like this, you can see. Alright, this is it, very long. And of course, and as I said, it is exactly as I said, right? You can see it is the same pattern. As I said, we are going to need 2 panels for the front, okay? And you can see that they all have the same length as that of the back. All of the 3 panels have the same length, right? So you can see they all have the same length. I just wanted to assure you on that they all have the same length. So once you put it down, so our back is going to come down flat like this, and this is one part of the front, and you can see that the front is, they have the same measurement, right? The same measurement. And where we did the front, where we did the double crochet is going to come at the edge like this. I want to make sure that this part be the yes. So you have to turn it. You have to make sure that the part that comes in front, see, this part that comes in front has to be the flat edge. Has to be the part that has the flat edge. So it's going to, you are just going to lay it like this. Alright. So you lay it like this. This is one of the front, and you take the second front. This double crochet has to come on this other side. I also want to check to make sure that it is the front part, the flat part. This is my flat part, and just go ahead and lay it down. Here we have our 3 pieces set. Now from here, what we have to do now is we are going to go ahead and shape our sleeves, and we're going to shape our collar neck, our shoulders, and another part. For our sleeve, we're going to need a total length of 18 centimeters. 18 centimeters for the sleeves. Okay, 18 centimeters for the armhole. For the armhole. And this 18 centimeters is the standard size for most ladies. So if you think that you need more, just go ahead and increase, but this is just a standard size. So in that 18, in that spot, just mark your finger there, and we're going to insert our stitch marker. Alright, mark the stitch. This is going to be our limit. And now we're going to come up here. This is our shoulder. We're going to shape our shoulder. So you want to the length for the shoulder for most ladies, I'll say it again, not all, for the most ladies is 15 centimeters. So you want to come and you shape it like this, 15 centimeters. This is going to give us our exact length. So we have here 15 centimeters. You want to come here, to insert your stitch marker, and you can see this of course is going to be give us our polo neck. And you want to come on this other side and do same. So you can see I've already inserted my stitch markers, right? And when we're going to open it like this, we're going to have our polo. We're going to have a polo neck. So from here we are going to start sewing. I also want to come on this other top here and insert your stitch marker. Okay, we have something like this. Now let's start sewing. We are going to start sewing from the bottom. Now this is going to depend on you. You're going to choose either you sew from the right side or from the wrong side. I will sew from the right side because the stitch the sewing stitch is quite beautiful, right? So I will sew from the right side. My work is on the right side. Don't forget that this part here at the edge needs to be the flat side. Okay, at the flat edge, don't forget to put it here. So let's start sewing. Before we start sewing, I want to show you how you're going to hide in your ends in case you went ahead to change colors like me. So you just have to insert it like this. Alright, and now you come, this is it, just send it, let you just come under here. Alright, send it, let it come under the stitches being okay, and pull it. Get it secured, and take this other one also and do same. Alright, and now you can fasten off the yarn. See, by so doing, your work is neat, your work is clean. Now let me show you how you're going to do the sewing. I've already inserted my yarn into my needle, and I just wanted to emphasize that there are many ways of sewing, right? So this is just one of the ways. So okay, remember we had these chain stitches here at the beginning, right? So go on, cap those chain stitches, and we're going to start there. I want to allow it to just allow that tail there. Alright, now we are going to be sewing in the stitches that are just inside this stitch and this loop and this loop, this loop and this loop is in this color. So you want to come here and sew and come here, okay, so and this is just everything we're going to making here. Now I want to say there are many ways in sewing stitches together. This is just one of the ways, right? We have a lot of ways there. And as I said, I'm sewing from my right side, so I want this to remain at the right side. Right now, if you really pay attention to my stitches, you're going to realize that this does not really look like the the normal remains of a chain that I've been worked with, right? And that is because instead of doing the long chain, I instead prefer doing the chainless foundation. So the chainless foundation is going to permit me have this both sides facing like this, very easy, right? And I'll be leaving the link to this tutorial in the description box below. Nevertheless, I'm going to play a clip of it for you here, okay? Yarn over, right? You can see the loops here, so right? Beautiful. Insert your hook and grab both loops. So you can see we're just saying like this. yarn over and pull through, yarn over and make chain 1. Now yarn over and make a double crochet. Okay, you can see I'm going with my fingers. You can see it is really very practical. So at the same time we are making the chain 1, at the same time we're making the double crochet all at once. Now you can see what it gives us. It gives us a beautiful edge on both sides. Right, on this side we have this beautiful edge here. And this is what we have so far. I mean, this is so beautiful. Now you want to turn it the other side this way. Oh my, this is amazing. So you have to choose, right? You have the freedom. Either this side is going to be inside or this side, so you have to choose. For me, this is going to be my right side, and you can see how beautiful it is. So you're going to sew until you get here where we have the stitch marker for the sleeve, where we have marked the space of the sleeve, and you stop here. You stop here, and we're going to sew up here also for the shoulder, right? And you can also sew it just the way we sew it. We did a sewing here. So just do as really, just be creative over here, but make it very neat. So you're just going to go ahead and sew, and when you sew, you get here where we have the stitch marker. You have to stop where we have the stitch marker, because this is what we're going to use for our polo neck. And once you're done with this, I'll come and teach you how we're going to work on the sleeves here. Okay, so keep on working. Now I just wanted to show you something here. You can see that on this other side we have by the chain, we have by the clusters and chain 1 spaces, right? On this other end we have this row here. So we are just going to do as I said. So you just come and you sew, right? And when you get into this chain 1 space, you just consider it as a normal stitch and just go ahead and sew. So that's just what I wanted to show you here. Yeah, we are done. So you can see we have our sleeve here, and we have our shoulder here already done, and you can see that's really so beautiful. Now let me teach you how you're going to work the sleeves here. Now on this my sleeve, you can see that my stitches are really different. So if you don't have this end, it's not a problem. You will surely have this. Okay, so we're going to come here at this edge here and insert a hook. You can see here where we're doing the sewing, and bringing our yarn. And then go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this chain 3 represents our first double crochet. You're going to make one more double crochet there, the 1 double crochet. This gives us 2 stitches. We're going to complete this at the end of the row. Okay, so you're going to chain 1, and we're going to just do what we did in the beginning. We're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third chair go ahead and make 2 and make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, yarn over, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and into the third make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. Okay, you know the pattern now. I'm just going to repeat this all through. So we've done our last group, so we're going to chain 1. We have 2 stitches left. In fact, we have only 3. We're just going to skip all of those stitches, and we're going to come here where we did the chain 3 and the double crochet. I'm going to complete it and make 1 double crochet there. to come on this chain 3 here and make a slip stitch. Right, so you complete. And now once we are done with this, want to turn your work. We're always going to be turning our work, okay, so that we can have the same effect as we have in the body here. So you're going to turn your work and you're going to come and slip stitch in this chain 1 space, and that's where we're going to work in. So you want to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this chain 3 is going to represent our first double crochet. Go ahead and make 2 more to the space, chain 1, come in this chain 1 space and make 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Alright, and chain 1. And yes, this is just everything we're going to be making. We're just going to be working in rounds, and you're going to work until you have your desired length. Alright, right now I want to show you how you're going to start on the other sleeve when this other side is the grand part. Okay, so what you do is just come in here. So just come in here in this chain 1 space and insert your hook. And you're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this chain 3 is going to represent our first double crochet. We want to go ahead and make 2 more double crochet into that space. You chain 1, and of course you're just going to repeat your pattern. You make 3 double crochet and chain 1. Okay, I just wanted to show you how you're going to work the space. Yeah. Now at this part of our work, we're going to work now on the polo neck, right? We're going to work on a collar. So yeah, you're just going to go ahead, and so we have this stitch here, right? That's the last stitch on this line. Go ahead and insert your hook in the last stitch. Insert your hook there, and you want to attach your yarn there. Attach your yarn. Bring your chain. Now you want to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this chain 3 is going to represent our first double crochet into that same space. Go ahead and make 1 more double crochet, 1 more double crochet. Okay, now we find ourselves on the stitches. Yarn over. You're going to be making 2 double crochet in each of the spaces. You make 2, you make 2, you make 2 and you make 2. Right, so come here and make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and into the next space you make 2 double crochet also, 1 and 2. Yarn over, come into this space, this stitch here, you make 2 double crochet there, 1 and 2. Okay, so you're going to repeat this. You come here and you make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. You come here, you make 2. So just repeat this, and I'll meet you here to show you how we're going to cross the other side. So keep on. And now we'll find ourselves where we did the joining. So yarn over, insert your hook there, and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, electric 2, yarn over, and come in this other space, yarn over, you have 4 loops, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, you electric 3, and pull out 3 loops. Okay, so we'll do the second here, connecting that, and just go down and make 1 more double crochet and come to the next space. I'm just going to repeat, making 2 double crochet. Alright, it just kind of gives us a very good shape here. So just keep on working, and we get to this end. When we get to this end and this other top here, we're just going to go ahead and make 2 double crochet there. So 1 and 2, and we're going to begin the next row. You're going to turn your work, And as from row number 2, I'm going to start doing some increases, right? So I'm going to start the same way I always start my row. So yeah, this just gives a very good definition on this edge. Go ahead and do this or chain 3. Now into that same space, go and make one more double crochet. Alright, so this gives us 2 double crochet into that same stitch, and to the next stitch make 1 double crochet, into the next stitch make 1 double crochet, into the next stitch make 1 double crochet. Okay, so you're going to repeat this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. And once we get at this end here, we have this chain 3 here. We're going to go there and make an increase. We're going to make 2 double crochet in that last stitch. So I want to look for the top of that chain 3. Oops. Make this the first double crochet. I make the second. Good. So here we have completed 2 rows. We're going to start the 3rd row. Turn your work. We are going to start here, and for this row number 3, we are not going to make an increase. So yes, if you don't want to do this, just go ahead and chain 3. This is how I always start my rows. And now into the next stitch, go ahead and make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. So this row number 3, make 1 double crochet all through, no increase, on the meet at the end of this row. At the end of the row number 3, we're going to end with just 1 double crochet. Okay, you see no increase in row number 3. We're going to be row number 4, and in row number 4 here we're going to make some increases. So start the way you want to start. This is our first stitch. So go ahead and make 1 more double crochet. Okay, and into the next stitch make 1 double crochet, then over into the next stitch make 1 double crochet. Okay, so we're just going to repeat this, and at the end of this row we're going to make an increase also. So when you get here at the end, you also make an increase, 2 double crochet, and this is going to be a row number 4. After this will be a row number 5. Now it really depends on you how wide you want it to be. You go ahead and do your increases, and the length depends on you. Okay, so this is just a pattern. I would suggest that you put it on yourself and measure it and see how it looks like. Okay, and I'm going to do a total of 6 rows. So after this, I'll be make row number 5 and number 6, no increases. So for me, this is my last row of increase, and after this I'll make 2 more rows of double crochet without any increases. Alright, so keep on working, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, here we are done with the collar, and that's why I gave you know. And we did a total of 6 rows here for the collar. Now I want us to do some lining here. Okay, some lining here, because you need to serve us for buttonholes and all of that. But if you don't want to put any button, I think you're good to go. You can just stop here. So since this is for a lady, so our buttonholes is going to be here on our right. So let's do this. So we're just going to come here on the top here. You can see this is the last stitch. Right now you can see this is where we did the collar, and this is the last stitch that is close to it. So you want to go on that last stitch, insert your hook there, insert your hook on the last stitch, and bring in your yarn and chain 1, and into that same stitch you're going to make a single crochet, into that chain 1 space, into that chain 1 space, make a single crochet, And now find ourselves on the stitches, go into that stitch and make one single, just go there, go into that stitch now and make a single crochet, and make a single crochet, make a single crochet. So you're just going to repeat this. When you get to the chain one space, you make one single crochet. So go ahead and repeat this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row that we're going to do next. Okay, so keep on working. And we get to this last stitch here, we're just going to make a last single crochet. And this is what it looks like so far. We're going to start the next row, and this next row we're going to start creating a buttonhole. So you want to chain one and turn. We are blessed in the neighborhood. We have a newborn baby. You can hear her crying. I'm sure she's pretty hungry. Okay, so we're going to we're going to create a buttonhole. We're going to make 18 single crochets, and after the 18 single crochets, we're going to create our buttonholes. So you want to go ahead, and this is the first, the second, the third, number 4, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. Okay, here we have it. We have 18. We have 18 stitches. We're going to create our first buttonhole. So you want to chain 2, 1 and 2, and this buttonhole is in proportion to the size of your button. Okay, I've chained 2. Now when you chain 2, we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. If you chain 3, you're going to skip 3 stitches. If you chain 1, you skip 1 stitch. Okay, so I've chained 2, I'll skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third, I'll make my single crochet. Okay, so that's number 1, number 2, number 3, and I'll continue this until I have 18 single crochet. And when I have 18 single crochet, I'll go ahead and create my second buttonhole, just as we did here. So this is just a sequence to repeat. Okay, yeah, we have completed the second row. We're going to begin the third row. So you want to chain 1 and turn your work, and this is going to be our last row. Okay, so don't bother, we're almost finishing this. And into that same stage, you want to go ahead and make a single crochet. Next stitch, make a single crochet, and get to make single crochet, and I'll meet you here where we have our buttonhole space. Okay, once we work and we get to this our buttonhole space, in that buttonhole space we're going to make 2 single crochet. Since we skip 2 stitches, make 2 single crochet. This is 1 and 2, and into the next stitch just keep on making your single crochet. So we're going to repeat this also in each of the buttonhole spaces. Go ahead and make 2 single crochet, and if you skip 3 spaces, you're going to make 3 single crochet. If you skip 1 stitch, you're going to make 1 single crochet. So yep, so just repeat this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So keep on working. Here we are done with our buttonholes. Once you're done with this, you should go ahead and fasten off again, and we're going to start on this other side. Now the difference between both sides is that here no buttonholes. We are just going to make our 3 rows as normal. So I want the flat part to be in front, and we're just going to chain 1 and to that same space make a single crochet, and into that chain 1 space go ahead and make a single crochet. And yes, we're just going to repeat the pattern, making a single crochet. The only difference is that on this side no buttonholes, so we're going to make 3 rows of single crochet just as we did here, but no buttonholes here. So just repeat this, and we're going to meet at the end to see what we're going to do next. Okay, so keep on working. And wow, this is so beautiful, and this is what we have. I can see a buttonhole really very visible, and yeah, with this one we're going to place the button. And yes, I did a total of 3 rows, just as I said, 3 rows of single crochet. Now all we have to do next is just to go ahead and insert our button, and your button should be in proportion to the size to your buttonhole space. So let's do this, and we're going to start. So here we have it. going to take a button and place it there. I'm using this needle and I've inserted my yarn inside. Now you really just want to make sure that the buttonhole is well placed, okay? I don't want it to be too out, yeah, just as simple as that. And we're just going to sew. Yeah, nothing really complicated here, okay? And here we go, all done here. And we're just going to go ahead, buttonhole, buttonhole, button, and we're just going to repeat this all through. I'm going to see what it gives us at the end, okay? So keep on working. And wow, I mean, this is freaking amazing. I mean, thank you so very much for working with me. I did this for myself for my birthday gift. I mean, can you imagine if I had to buy this? I mean, and it came out so wonderfully well. And one of these days, I'm going to show you how it looks like on me. Now, let me know what you want us to work on the next tutorial. And I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers. I mean, thank you for liking and sharing my tutorials. I see my tutorials being watched on WhatsApp and Facebook. I can never be tired of thanking you. I'm so grateful. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, do what to subscribe. And each time subscribe, always turn on the notification button so always be the first person to see, like, and share my tutorials. And yes, one more way you can also encourage me is by becoming a member. If you want to become a member, now there's a link in the description box below on how to join a membership program. We have a massive project coming up just for members. You really don't want to miss this. And yes, I also offer one-on-one classes. If you want to do that, I have a WhatsApp number just on my profile. Write me there, and we're going to do an intensive class. Yeah, and if you're a stay-at-home mom like me, as I always say in all my tutorials, please, while you're taking care of your children, work on yourself, equip yourself, learn a new skill, and I pray God bless the work of your hands. Learn this crochet, yes, and it will do you good. Now I'll meet you to the next tutorial. May God bless you, may God keep you, and may He prosper the work of your hands. Very important. And shalom.